Members, the question is the motion be agreed. The Honourable A.O. Chawat.
President, thank you, Honourable Klara, for such a fantastic motion. I do support a very thoughtful motion today as the member of this council. Today I stand in this parliament to say how proud I was to serve in the McGowan government and how proud I am to serve in the Cook government now. When Honourable Mark McGowan announced his stepping down, it was a day many Western Australians could remember. I remembered I had so many phone calls from the community members to see if Mark was okay. And to me, that was a true testimony of how incredible he was as a leader. I personally know Mark McGowan to be a man who profoundly values relationship. And there's nothing more important in politics than relationships. And as the leader of the House has just mentioned, he was a loyal man, and he's still a loyal man to the government. And to that, to me as well, that's leadership. He values fairness and equality, and that is what his Labour values is. And I'm proud of Mark McGowan. To connect with Western Australians and diverse community, which the government of Mark McGowan led was something that we all know. His government made efforts to reach out to all Western Australians. A man who led confidently and compassionately during COVID-19 crisis. Many of Western Australia are so proud of this achievement. He was actually, to me personally, was much better than any other Premier in Australia in reaching out to the most vulnerable community members. For our culturally, linguistically diverse community, his government implemented strategies that protected our most vulnerable community members, saving many lives. We all know this is the truth. WA COVID response was EV by the world. Thank you to the current Premier, Roger Cook, and Honourable Mark McGowan for that outstanding achievement. I too was involved in delivering the government's COVID-19 health strategy. I saw firsthand how effective this was. I have a message from a community leader, Mr. John Echek, to the Premier. It was great to have worked with both of you during COVID-19 times and during the COVID-19 difficult time and great times. On behalf of the South Sudanese Community Association, I thank Honourable Mark McGowan, WA Labour, for working tirelessly to protect our WA citizens during COVID-19, protecting their lives and the lives of Western Australians. And South Sudanese community was also a part of that campaign to save many lives of elderly and all Western Australians. We thank Mark and wish him and his family a very best in his next public life or career. We also welcome the new Labour government led by the Honourable Roger Cook, Premier of Western Australia, and his new team to take our state forward. It was also the same Premier who was the Health Minister who has led us during the pandemic. Every Western Australia can recognize him, and even those who haven't met him yet. Because of both of them, they were all on TV every day, advising public on what is the next step in fighting for COVID-19. Personally, I would like to thank Mark McGowan, honestly, for giving so much of his time to this state. I am blessed to be the first woman of the South Sudanese heritage elected in the 41st Parliament by the Labour government, and also by the community, and in Mark McGowan leadership. I thank Mark McGowan for valuing the inclusion we all advocated for many years. This opportunity has given many young women and young people globally a motivation to actually seek positions of leadership in the future. I'm also so blessed to have had my two kids in Mark McGowan leadership. And also by accepting my two children to not be strangers in this parliament is something that we all should be proud of as the government. it is essential to support women in government. We have come a long way. When we look back 100 years ago, when Edith Cowan used to go home and use toilet, I am proud to be in the government that support women. I want to thank Mark McGowan and Sarah and your children for giving so much of yourself to our state. Thank you, President.